My name is Shalom Guerrero, a financial education trainer based in Harare, Zimbabwe. My job is centered around empowering people to make better financial decisions using the money and resources they have currently. Welcome to another episode of Ask Me Anything About Money, and in just 5 minutes, we'll explore a money question or situation. Enjoy! Hi everyone. So as a financial education trainer, I get a lot of questions in my inbox of people just asking me questions about their personal finances or about a money decision that they're trying to make. So I got this question in my inbox a few weeks back actually, and I thought it would be a good one for us to talk about it today in this episode of Ask the Finance Wiz. So the question goes like this: Is moving from Zimbabwe for a job a sound financial decision? For example, going to the UK or to Australia or to the US? And these are the kind of questions that get me excited because there's just so much to unpack in this kind of question. Because it's not a straight answer. I cannot say yes or no. Why? Because we are different, number one. Number two, context matters, right? And also, thirdly, where you are in terms of your life phase also is very critical if you are thinking about moving to go abroad or to go into a different space or different country that you've never lived in or that you have no experience in at all. So just a little bit of a backstory. I actually lived in the UK for 3 years as part of my education. I've also lived in Ghana. I've also lived in Tanzania. So I really kind of know what it means to get into a new place, but then maybe not from, from a perspective of saying you're going to settle for a financial reason. So right off the bat, let me just say, I understand, from a financial reason, I totally understand it. Income levels and salary levels in Zimbabwe are generally lower than in most countries. And we also have a very complicated situation in our country with hyperinflation. So incomes are not going up, but prices and everything else is going up. So that puts you in a very precarious position, particularly if you don't have, steady income and you also don't have high incomes to absorb the increase in prices. So from a financial standpoint, if you're earning anything below $300, going outside the country will have a significant impact on your earning capacity. I'm going to tell you that right off the bat, okay? That's the first way I'm going to answer this. And your life phase is what sometimes then becomes a determining factor. So for someone like me who has 2 young children and a spouse, number one, I would have to have a conversation with the spouse, right? But also thinking about the children, childcare in all these other countries, around the world, from the UK, America, Australia, is very, very expensive, very costly. It means I would have to have a really, really good job that can absorb childcare costs, and also mean that I need to have enough savings to also send back home. Why? Because I am actually also part of a community, a family that also depends on me. I just don't take care of my immediate family. For most of us, that's just the reality. We don't take care of our immediate family, we take care of extended relatives. So that also brings in that complexity. So yeah, it's not a straight answer. You need to sit down with someone who really helps you to unpack the pros and the cons of you moving out. A big pro, of course, is that your earning capacity will be incredibly increased. There are people who left Zimbabwe who were earning $100 or $200 who are now earning £2,000 to £3,000 a month. I mean, that's a significant jump, a significant increase. But now you look at also where are they living there in the UK? What are some of the costs that they're having to absorb? Are they having any savings after all that? So it would also mean having a conversation with somebody who has gone there, who's living there, who probably has a similar life situation to yours. Maybe they're also married like you, or maybe they're single like you. How are they doing when it comes to their finances? And having those kind of practical discussions will help you make a sound decision rather than just thinking about it. So talking to people who have gone ahead of you will really help you to make the final decision. You may have a lot of scenarios that you would dream about when you are here, but I think the proof is in the pudding. When you talk to somebody who has actually done it, you can then be able to make a sound financial decision or a sound decision around moving or staying back here in Zimbabwe. All the best as you think about what to do. Thank you for listening.